Okay, I'm going to buzz through some pi questions for you here, or rather some math questions in general. So we're going to answer a question I found that says, when does pi equal 180 degrees? And when is it 3.14? That's a great question. What's so great about it, you ask? Well, here goes. We have to understand what pi is. So the real challenge is to get our heads around what this thing is. And that means if we have a circle like this, because all my circles are perfect, and you have a center, everybody wanted to know a long time ago exactly what you're dealing with here. This bad boy is called the diameter. And let's say you take this diameter, which in this case is about as long as my marker, and let's say my circle is completely perfect. Now if we take this diameter here, we can go like this right around our circle. There's the 1 mark right there. There's the 2 mark right there. Here comes the 3 mark right there. So there again was 1, 2, 3. And the problem is, look at this. We went around here, we went 1 times the diameter, 2 times the diameter, and 3 times the diameter. Now we got some extra change here. So you say, what's this? Well, it turns out that in terms of the diameter, this is 0.14159, what is it, 92636 something. And that's a real good question, because what does it really matter for us? Well, it doesn't matter a whole lot. 926535, right? And it keeps going. It says, well, let's say you're sitting down with your friends, and your friends have an argument. Hey, I know what pi is. Pi is 3.14. Ha, I'm right. Well, your other friend says, no, this is junk. It's 3.1415. Aha, I am right, and you are all wrong, right? That's it. But actually, it's 3.1415926. Aha, I am right, you are wrong. Well, actually, it keeps going forever. So you could have all friends, and they'd all technically be right. Just in math, whenever we write it down, we like to keep it simple. And we say that if you were to measure that, that would be about 3.14. Pretty wild, huh? So it just saves us all this other junk right here. So now we have a question. When is pi 3.14? Well, it's always 3.14 when you measure the diameter going around the circle. Now remember that the diameter is 2 parts radius. This is 1 radius right here, and this is 1 radius right here. Now it goes all the way there. That's a radius, right? From the center out to the edge each time. Now, my horrible drawing skills aside, pi is 3.14 times the diameter. So it's 3.14 when you're dealing with the circumference. That is the distance around. Here's the circumference. We're going to start right here and go all the way around the circle back to there. That's the circumference. So right here, circumference equals pi times the diameter. Or, remember the diameter right here is 2 times the radius. Circumference is equal to pi to r. A lot of people like to write it like this, equal to pi r. That's the same thing, you know. This is like if you had numbers 2 times 3 times 4, 2 times 3 is 6 times 4, right? Now these guys don't equal 4, I'm just showing you why it works. But 2 times 3 is 6, times 4 is 24. And if we switch the order here, this would be the 2, and that would be the 3. That's like 3 times 2 times 4. Same thing, still 6 times 4. See what I mean? So still 24. Okay, now that we've established that, let's just forget about it. Most people here, this is when pi is 3.14. When you're dealing with the circumference, that's 2 pi r. It is 3.14 times the diameter of the circle. So that's a question. When does pi equal 180 degrees? Oh, yeah, I got that. Here goes. If we drew a circle, we have to understand it in terms of a radius. And to do that, we're going to use this special term called radians. Radians. We need radians here. So if I take this radius right here, this distance, I don't know, what is this distance? It's like that much of my finger right there, right? So if I go like this, I put my finger up to there, that much from here to here is me stretching this radius out. So we say 1 radian right there, 1 radian, 1 radian. See that? That's 1 radian from here all the way up to there. That's 1 radian. Now what you really notice here is this radius is half of your diameter, right? Here's where it comes on. So we got 1 radian, right about there is 2 radians, here's half our circle. There's 3 radians right about there, and here's that other distance again. See, we're dealing with half of the diameter, and this guy goes around 3.14. So you can imagine this guy right here is 3.14 radians equals 180 degrees. That's because when we measure radians, we're really measuring this right here. This bad boy, this angle, this chunk of space right here, that is a radian. So if our radian here is like 2 feet, okay, we go 2 feet along here, and we make an angle, and that's 1 radian, okay? So right here, this is 1 radian, that's our 2nd radian, and over here there's 3 radians right there. And right along here, we're not over here to 4, we're at like 3.14 radians. People write them differently. Some people write them as R-A-D. You're going to have to look in your book and check the term there. So we see here that pi is 180 when we're dealing in radians. We got 3 of these guys. So we got 1, 2, 3. That's this many angles. So we just kind of switch it back, right? There's our 0, and there's 180. And 180, to get to the 180 mark, is 1, 2, 3.1415926535. I'm getting tired already. But there are people that memorize this way out to like 10,000 places. So once again, 3.14 times the diameter, that's the number we get to pi. There's our formula. Circumference is equal to pi times the diameter. Or, in radians, it's 3.14 radians is equal to 180 degrees. Or 3.14 is our association for pi. So some people say pi radians equals 180 degrees. Now if you had 2 of them, that's 2 pi radians. That equals 360 degrees. Hope it helps. Easy there, Daddy. I'm gonna blow up Mommy's scented candle thing. Whew. And that would be stinky. Stinky in that it's not there anymore.